Namaste, angels. I know, I know. Here I am again. I might have to do this as much as I think you guys like it, or those that I've heard from, those of you from whom I've heard like it. I'm the one. There go the fairies. I'm the one that prefers for you to be able to see all the cards, but my schedule is crazy lately. It's just crazy, you know. I started this because I was having trouble with Wi-Fi when I was away, but I came back to basically like pre-election season um, goings on in my my private life, my life as a regular person, and that is still happening and will continue to happen possibly until the primaries, but hopefully things will ease up actually after like the second week of April. So I may have to stay like this until then. Um, I'll try to get my hair dyed before I show up again like this. But here we go. All right, so we're starting with the dice and quickie. Watch the sunset. That's like with another person. 29, spiritual partnership. Maybe that's the person. Massaged and devices off. Just chat. Quickie, I don't know. I got something about maybe like a quick visit, even though we didn't have weekend away or anything. I got like seeing each other real fast, like taking advantage of an opportunity or something. That's probably super specific for, I don't know, one or two people. For the rest of us, romantic dinner, go for a walk, board games, yes, spend money, and last but not least, wiki. All right, so with the cards, I gotta tell you, somebody's getting a job or promotion or some money that they've been expecting. For somebody, it could be something that's been taking a long time. So maybe it's involving some kind of, I don't know, contract or something contractual that will take time, or like a court case or something like that because it's been taking a while, but the money's finally coming this week. For others, and there is, like I said, a promotion, some sort of victory, success. And the reason I'm saying that is for one, this Knight of Pentacles here. So he's been coming very slowly. And now, for some of us, this could have something to do with a relationship. And in that case, not only has he been coming very slowly and probably beginning to drive you nuts over it, when he was around before. So it's probably a good thing that he's taken so long because he's been working on himself. Because when he was around before, he probably wasn't the most honest person. Okay, this is somebody who maybe who hadn't kept it completely real with you, maybe who was even intentionally, potentially, intentionally deceiving you. But now with this Seven of Swords in reverse and the Ace of Swords that is behind it, this person wants to come in with actual clarity and truth. I mean, I could go on for days like this. Behind the Ace of Swords is the Nine of Cups upright. So this is involving somebody's wish fulfillment as well. So whether it's, like I said, you've been praying for some sort of success in your finances or your material life, or does have a relationship, that there is success coming with this other deck, the Modern Love deck. I do have the Six of Wands. All right, so this is a victory, this is success. It's always, as soon as I sit down here go the notifications. With the after the tarot deck, got the Three of Wands. So if it does have to do with a relationship, because I'm seeing some emotions behind that, that somebody is finally deciding to move beyond, maybe finally recognizing that there's two cups still upright behind them. So they're going to let those three that spill go and they're ready to, move on. It really could involve a relationship that's been in separation with the high priestess behind that? If so, at least one of you has known or been able to tell, like, feel the connection when it separates, when it's coming back together, like feeling the shifts, and maybe that there was a decision that had to be made. We got two twos back to back with Major Arcana card 2, the High Priestess, and then the Two of Swords. Two of Swords for me is always not only about a decision, but it's a decision you know what decision you want to make. You've been hesitant to make it because you're worried about what other people would think, maybe friends, family, coworkers, society, whatever it is, or how your life is going to be. Like, if I let go of this person that's been providing for me, how am I ever going to provide for myself? For example, like a woman that doesn't want to divorce her abusive husband, even though, of course, she should, right? If he's abusive, but hesitant because he's the provider. I mean, we've had centuries of women stay in bad relationships because they were being taken care of, by a man, and that man was abusive. So I understand it, and I'm not, being judgmental about it. But that's what the Two of Swords is typically for me. It's a decision. You know what the decision is that you would like to make, but you're hesitant to make it. You don't make it because you're worried about, like, these exterior, external, like, forces and what people think. And maybe that's why it's been taking the Knight of Pentacles so long. Right, he's been thinking and overthinking this decision. Hasn't come up with it, but for many, it does have something to do with a relationship because the next card is also the Page of Cups upright. So this page wants to offer someone their cup, and maybe finally now that we have, what is it? Well, Pluto moves into Aquarius, but we had Saturn move into Pisces. Maybe now, with that energy, because I'm getting Pisces with the fish that's flying in the air with this, although this can be, of course, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or something that has nothing to do with a water sign. It's just about wanting to make an offer, and something that's going to have some sort of emotional reaction or attachment to it. It might be Pisces that has freed up that energy, right? Saturn is actually the ruler of Capricorn, so that may be why we have Knight of Pentacles and Page of Cups, right? So we got the Saturn and we got the Pisces together. Now that they've come together, things can move. That's sort of how I get my messages, some of them. Like I said, could be definitely separation. In the meantime, maybe something involving a party of three, even if it's not, three people in a relationship, or, one that's partnered and somebody's on the outside. Even if it's not that, it could be some other third thing, some other thing that's a focus, right? That's been taking away, that's been a distraction and an obstacle to your relationship because it's in the way. For some people, that's work. I actually was moved to post about workaholics um, late last night, and I was tired too. I had been up all night. Was that late last night or maybe early in the morning? Like, I know yesterday I didn't go to sleep until like 6:30 in the morning, and I was supposed to go somewhere at 9. And for a change, I finally stayed asleep. Normally I'm like up, like I sleep like an hour or two, and then I'm up again. If I do fall asleep, this time I managed. I was supposed to meet somebody at like 9 o'clock. It wasn't a big deal, but that had been my plan, and I was still sleeping. So I slept from 6:30 to like 11, which was a victory for me. That was a victory. Um, but yeah, this Three of Wands could be representative of something else that's been away. There could also be distance between you and this other person if it does have to do with a relationship. And I would also say, if you're, the person that's been waiting for somebody to take action or make a move, you've been waiting on this Knight of Pentacles, you've done everything you can do with regard to this situation. Like, you've put all the effort, and there's no action that you can take to make things go. Like, they have to do their part now. You have to, let the Knight of Pentacles show up or not. Now, what the positive thing is that the Knight of Pentacles is said to be the only knight, in all the tarot who always reaches his destination. So if he's setting out to meet you, he's going to meet you. All right. Um, we have ascension and romance up right here, and winter. So there could have been a change in somebody's relationship in winter. Winter just ended, what, last week, days ago. So it could be even be recent where there was some sort of shift in your relationship, possibly again because of these energies, these transits that we've been talking about. There was another really awesome one this week. Uh, Venus, ruler of the sign of Taurus, moved into Taurus, so she's at home. So that is also very good. We have romance with this winter and ascend. So somebody's relationship, somebody's union, somebody's connection, even if just energetic, being elevated and growing. And ascend says expansion, evolution, universal intelligence, stay connected to spirit, romance, revel, flow, savor, entice, open yourself to romance. And winter, you feel out in the cold. So somebody could have been feeling absently. Your answers arrive in winter. And like I said, that could be as recently as last week that the answers arrived. We got bad health here. And I do feel that somebody, again, is going to be like victorious over some sort of condition, medical condition. Maybe somebody finishes chemo or something and, like, beats um, cancer. Um, this guy's in a wheelchair. Could be somebody with something like, like a lupus or MS or fibromyalgia. I mean, not that you can, there's no cure for these things, any of those diseases I just named, but some sort of victory over them. Maybe you had been feeling down, you had been feeling like you couldn't get out of bed, um, or like you couldn't walk, and then you will be feeling better. For others, like I said, I've been feeling a lot about this bad health recently, like it has to do with drinking too much. I mean, that was something that came to me last week. But underneath the bad health, we have some really, really positive cards. So somebody could just be feeling sick, like over a union or connection, and needing to take action. Right? Nights are about action. 'Cause behind that, we have unexpected income. So that may have something to do with actual money, or it can be about some other kind of abundance that's coming in. Then we have courtship, courthouse, gift, community, sudden wealth. So somebody could come into some money unexpectedly, maybe something having to do with a court case. Whereas we have gift and community, I see like wedding, I see engagement, I see proposal. Maybe somebody again feeling sick over what to do, and then they finally do make that decision, Two of Swords, and they decide to, enter into an actual relationship, courtship, and then maybe to actually head down to a courthouse to go ahead and get married. Somebody could, maybe they're expecting to like lose more money or something, like in a divorce or in some other kind of situation, and unexpectedly they hold on to some. It's something that that they expected to lose is sort of like gifted to them. Again, victory, success. Um, when I picked up, when I picked up the Six of Wands, justice also came with it. But I picked up the two cards, and then that revealed Eight of Pentacles. So again, some other, and behind that is a Two of Swords as well. Somebody that's in a heterosexual relationship may be deciding to get out of that and to come out as gay. The reason I'm saying that is, or bi or something, LGBTQIA plus, whatever they are, however they want to identify, because the decision being made here with this Two of Swords in reverse, and we have a male and a female with their backs turned to each other, and each is on the phone doing something else. They're not very interested in each other. And then the next card was this one, and we have two male figures here that appear to be in love. All right, let's get into what other messages we can find. Oh, the last one. Did I ever finish the sentence I was saying about the workaholics? Posted about them yesterday or the day before. I heard a song today that right away to me started speaking about the workaholics. It's an old song from like the early 80s, the late 70s. I don't even know. It's about this band, this group called the SOS Band, and it's called Let's Do It. And I remember hearing it when I was a little girl. So like I said, probably maybe late 70s, early 80s. Family and work responsibilities are weighing me down and I'm feeling overwhelmed. How can we make this work? All right, so that's somebody's message. The song says, "Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right." But there was a part about work. Oh, oh, you know you ought to slow down. You've been working too hard, and that's a fact. Take some time to relax a while. Take some time to laugh and smile. Something like that. Um, it seems we never take the time to do all the things that we want to. Then it talks about the love, like the love I feel for you, you feel for me. So the other person knows, like the high priestess, um, knows that the person does feel the same way, but they're having trouble connecting because one, is works too hard and doesn't set time aside for themselves. I actually have been hearing a lot of. I should have been shuffling while I've been telling you all this stuff. I actually heard a lot of messages today. I forget the group that sings the song. Is it Foreigner? Might be Foreigner. Page of Wands. So here's an offer. In love or work. Let's see what's behind that one. The star. So some sort of wish fulfillment of something that you want. And even if it is work, it's maybe something, a career you wanted to break into or a job you've been interested in for a while. We got the Six of Cups behind that. If it's love and relationship, probably has to do with a soulmate connection. Got the Queen of Swords upright, Five of Pentacles in reverse. Um, so again, a situation maybe they had a separation, maybe where somebody had been ghosted even, or felt left out in the cold, coming back together because you've been manifesting it. Again, it's wishful. So it might be far enough, but it's whatever, whoever it's by. It's Will You Still Love Me? Is I think is the title. Um, or I remember something about Will You Love Me Forever, which might be the proper name. I don't know. Um, but it's like, will you still love me for the rest of my life? Like this person is concerned, maybe even if you're saying that you love them now, if they, we ended up with the Three of Wands at the bottom again still. If they come out of their fear and, unite with you, their worry is that like you're going to discover something about them or like realize like I don't really like this person, and after all that fighting to be together, I don't want to be with them. That's their worry. We got the Magician here. So speaking of manifestation, the Knight of Cups behind her, the Emperor behind her, both upright, opposite the Six of Wands. So again, taking more action, being in control, taking the lead, being a boss. We got temperance, healing situations, coming to a compromise. Come on, angels, let me show them the cards. Thank you. um, what was I saying? Queen of Pentacles upright too. A lot of really positive cards. Oh yeah, so we're worried. Like after all this, if I do finally come out of my fear, because I want to approach you and I want to be with you, um, maybe because they've been dishonest, like I said in the past. Seven of Swords. This Seven of Swords is now in reverse, but it's possible that because they've been dishonest or maybe not very forthright in the past, they're worried that maybe you'll learn something now, or after being with them, you'll realize, you know what, this probably isn't for me. And that's what they're afraid of. Temperance now at the bottom of this deck. There we go. Um, that's not going to happen, obviously, with true soulmate or divine counterparts, twin flames, and all that. What two souls God has joined together, let no man tear asunder, including yourself, right? Um, but that's the worry. Also, What's the group that sings it on the steps? Two of Cups, opposite the Queen of Wands. So this could be a connection, possibly involving fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or someone like into those traits or attributes. But behind it, wait a minute. Behind it is the Three of Swords. But in this deck, you see the heart's not pierced. So this could be about worry because swords are really about mental energy and thoughts. Somebody worried about getting their heart broken, like what I was just talking about. Will you still love me for the rest of my life? Um, but this Queen of Wands, she ended up upside down behind the Three of Swords. So for somebody also, she's out, and this has to do with a party of three. They're going to two. So that was another song, and then you know that song, More Than Words. I can't think of who makes it, but it's like a song in like acapella. They're singing acapella, and there's no. It's like instrumental. There's not instrumental. Um, uh, they're playing like the piano. Like there's no. Um, it's like live. That's not the word I'm thinking of. There's a word for it in music where you don't have like all the big production and stuff behind it. It's just piano and these guys singing a cappella. Anyway, um, more than words. So somebody has heard you say that you love them. Look, I'll just open to marriage, opposite ascend. Okay, we're going up, up, up with these relationships, with these connections. I told you I felt marriage before. Behind marriage is offer. Somebody's getting proposed to this week. And they may just ask you to go straight down to the courthouse, like I said, with the court card, as opposed to having like a whole big thing. It could be very sudden, very unexpected. Gesture, engagement, wedding, rejoice in your union, legal partnership, commitment, marital bond, and societal contract. For others, there could still be some sort of like deepening of your commitment or entering a commitment where you're not in one. You know, not everybody's going to get married, obviously, but somebody is. Um, all right, so more than words. I got transformation here. There's Scorpio energy, death, breakthrough, reinvention. You're ready for the next level. Um, it's like they hear you saying, I love you, but that doesn't, they don't necessarily connect with that. Like they need more. Um, and there's a line, I don't remember how it goes exactly, but it's something like, what would you say if I turned your words away? So like if you told me you love me and I like rejected that, or I didn't take it in and accept it, um, like what would you do? And then the response, the person, the same guy who's singing it, he's like, then you'd have to do something else basically to show me that your love for me is real. Um, I don't remember how the line goes, but it's basically you'd have to, and more than words to tell me. It's like something like just by saying I love you basically is not enough. So there's somebody for whom that message is. I've heard that song like 3 times this weekend, and it's not a new song. We got receive, followed by denial on the bottom of this deck now. Okay, the energy that most directly represents us this week is the Seven of Cups in reverse. Somebody's dumped out all these cups. They've made a decision, as we saw also by the Two of Swords in reverse. Surrounding energy, something involving coworkers, family members, close friends, mates. What is that? Oh, the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. So again, this could be soulmate energy. This could be something involving one's children or family, siblings, something from the past, nostalgia, memorializing someone that passed away. We'll be able to see for more people what it has to do with as we continue to move through this. Work and finance. Five of Swords. So could be some bullshit down at the job. there are tons and tons of layoffs. And I know I said in the beginning, if somebody's getting a promotion or there's some sort of increase, I still say that too. But y'all know I've been saying from I don't know how long. I mean, I saw this coming a while back that there was going to be layoffs and companies that we didn't expect to go out of business, going out of business, bank failure, and it's all happening. So if anybody's lost their job, I do, prayers with you. Um, Love and relationship. Four of Cups in reverse. So where somebody was like sitting around, feeling sorry for themselves, sulking, not accepting offers, not taking chances, not being taking any risks, and which is necessary in love. You're pursuing love. That's the deck that has the two of cups on the bottom, by the way. Somebody finally taking a chance. Um, Physical health. What is that? Five of Pentacles in reverse. So again, physical Five of Pentacles in reverse is far more positive than the Five of Pentacles upright. So there, again, there's improvement. Like I said, I saw somebody's health improving before with something. Three, four, five. So next is the spiritual health. Five of Wands upright, but not violent like in the traditional tarot. These people aren't fighting. As a matter of fact, they look like they're helping each other. So we may have to add a little intuitive message to the traditional message with this one. Got it. More than words is all you have to. Oh shit! I fucking lost it. More than is all you have to do to. Okay, more than words is all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to show me that you. Then you wouldn't have to tell me that you love me because I'd already know. I know that's random and out of place, but it just came to me and I had to say it. Also, there's somebody who has a problem with. I do this too. I'm guilty of this. You know when you say just like, oh, like love you, baby, or love you, babe, or love you, or whatever, just love you, without the I in front of it, somebody's got a real problem with that. So if you're doing that, then maybe your problem. Also, if you are at a distance, like I said, you've already done everything you can do. I don't know what you do with that more than words thing because how like if you're at a distance, or there could be some other kind of obstacle too, where or if you're blocked, if you don't have access to the person, right, that's looking for you to show them in some other way. I don't know how you're meant to show them in another way. Like, I don't have any suggestions, but even people like that could be feeling like, I don't know, just not confident about, they're not secure, and not that it'll be forever. They're worried. But again, the card that is most directly representing us this week as a collective is the Seven of Cups in reverse. So the Seven of Cups in reverse is a card, and we do have really positive energies at the bottom of our decks, with the exception of bad health. Um, and the message about family and work. We have receive, we have the Two of Cups, we got the Three of Wands, we got the Temperance. So positive cards. Um, Seven of Cups in reverse. Decision has been made, or you're in the process of making one now. You'll make one by the week's end, maybe, and maybe even begin to take action steps, like a night toward something concrete, right? Or take steps toward a concrete course of action. Is maybe a better way to put it. So, with that in mind, that could be having to do with your again working career, your love life, your family, whatever. So many different areas. Maybe for some, like I said, deciding to get out of a party of three, maybe involving a fire sign female or feminine specifically. She's out and somebody else is in, maybe a water sign, I don't know. But we got the Two of Cups. Maybe an air sign with the swords. I don't know. Surrounding energy. Close friends, family members, co-workers, uh, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, parent, child. We got the Six of Cups. And so Again, it's a positive card. It's a loving card. It can be about nostalgia. It can be about memorializing somebody. Like maybe it's the anniversary of somebody's passing. Like I posted a picture of Easy E today. It's the anniversary of his death. Um, maybe it's the anniversary of somebody close to you, they're passing, so you want to memorialize them. On a more upbeat note, um, like it could be something involving your children, siblings, family, soulmate, but I would say it is positive again based on the other cards that we have. The only warning, and I know I'm being made to give the warning, is that you want to be careful about getting stuck in like the memories of the past. Now, a lot of the time, it's like that those were like the good old days, right? And so you can get stuck there and all the wonderful memories that you have there, and then being worried like my life is over, like that's in the past, like I have no future, basically, like my good years are all gone. So you want to avoid that kind of thinking, but also, what if the times in the past weren't all that great? You still don't want to focus on them because you have an opportunity to do something better in the future. Even if, for example, you're dealing with a soulmate and it's a soulmate from that past that you're thinking about, and you're like, well, we had so many problems before. Like, I don't know if I can move forward now. um, the universe, by bringing you this card and having it show up upright also, is asking you to not get like stuck in that, and to again be the high priestess, right? Trust your gut, trust your instincts, make your decisions and move forward, and confidently. Queen of Wands upright. Five of Swords. Work and finance. All right, so let me start with finance. There, you may want to look at your budget or lack thereof and try to ascertain whether there's anything that you can, like any places where you're just like wasting money, any expenses you can cut back on, anything that you are not using that you can sell, um, because that will help you not only to do some spring cleaning and to sort of pay it forward by passing something along to somebody else that can better use it than yourself, but it's also an opportunity to make some money. We also want to like check our receipts and be careful with our wallet, like you know misplacing it, losing it. I don't really see it getting stolen. um yeah, especially with the Seven of Swords in reverse, I don't really see it getting stolen, but like just like keep an eye on like your purse, your wallet, your money, your bank account, your paycheck, like these things, your receipts, like make sure everything is right. But also if there's an opportunity for you to save in some area, to cut back, you feel like there's some wasteful spending, or maybe to create a budget where you don't have one, it's a good week for that. In terms of things happening specifically at work, there could be some sort of unfairness or something that's going on in somebody's job, and for others maybe this does have to do with layoffs and cutbacks and um, store closures, because we have that happening all over the globe as well, or something happening at your bank that's maybe annoying. I mean, President Biden, at least if you live in the United States, President Biden has promised to, that the FDIC will take care of any banking shortfalls and stuff like that. But maybe you have some sort of problem or something at your bank. I mean, it's the Five of Swords. There's certainly worse cards. This is more of like an annoyance than the worst thing that could possibly happen. I'm just trying to give you examples, things to keep an eye out on. IO4. Also, it's possible that at your job, like you're your own worst enemy. And I guess that could mean a number of things. I'm not really sure what I mean by that, but you might want to like think about your words before you say certain things to certain people this week. And you would know better than me who those people that you may want to avoid pissing off might be. In love and relationship, we have the Four of Cups again in reverse. And this week, in addition to, like I said, ending any sulking that we had been doing, maybe, or wallowing in like self-pity and all that kind of stuff, and just inside deciding like to get up and go, like maybe if we're single and we've been depressed about being single, like we're realizing this week that in order to maybe meet somebody, we have to actually get up and get dressed and get out, so we're doing stuff like that. So we could be spending time just thinking about it, um, like who are the people that I want to keep in my life or that I want in my life? What type of person do I want in my life? What type of person do I want as a romantic partner? So that could be where we're starting if we're not getting out yet. Also, this could be like finally deciding to move beyond, sort of the ghosts of the past, especially in consideration of the Six of Cups. Maybe there is an X to something that we had been, I don't know if we're stuck on them, just keeping them around out of habit, or we've just been, again, maybe at home depressed that we're not with them and we're deciding, okay, I'm gonna move on now and I'm finally gonna be with somebody else or get back out there, or again, like make a move to be with them, something. Because like I said, even if we decide to be with the same person, if there's some sort of ghost in our past with them, bad, you know, memories or something that we want to leave there in the past, this is the week that we're doing that sort of thing. With the physical health, again, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. It could be for no reason at all that you just feel better this week. No, well, it's not for no reason at all. It could be because of like you might not know the reason. Maybe again because of the transit, so the way that the energies have shifted, whatever. You're feeling better this week. Physically, you feel good this week, or better than you have, better than you typically do or normally do if you're dealing with something chronic. Um, it could be tied to this and the drinking. You see, this guy's he's got the cup up to his mouth, but then there's three other cups waiting to be handed to him that are full. But this is in reverse. So this could be somebody again who decides to um, quit drinking or quit the behaviors that they've been doing. I went through that once. And it did have something to do with my ex. Um, it was when he moved. Was it when he moved? Yes. It was when he moved. And we were supposed to spend like one last weekend together before he moved. There was a big snowstorm or something. And so we did not. He went away. I started drinking. Like it was very it wasn't like a conscious thought, like, oh, I'm gonna become an alcoholic for the next week or two. It wasn't like that. It was very subconscious. I started drinking, and then and I had to have one of these moments like, what the hell? Like, what am I doing? And to stop. But I was drinking like straight vodka. I mean, I always drink straight vodka. Like even when I go to like a bar or something, I drink vodka on the rocks. But I was drinking straight vodka out of the bottle for about 2 weeks. And then before I said like, what the fuck? And I stopped doing that. So I could see that happening with somebody else looking at this picture. Um, and I know that I'm not on that anymore. We're on physical health now, but I was saying all that to say that could be why somebody's feeling better, or somebody could have some sort of revelation, realization, and stop with some behavior that would cause bad health. Um, Getting rid of that behavior that that would have adverse health effects does, make you feel better. And then obviously in that case, you do know why you're feeling better. So I cut it out, right? I cut the shit. Lastly, the Five of Wands upright sort of means um, what I was saying about that song, the one about you've been working too hard, and that's a fact. It sort of means like it's hard to grow, right? To evolve, to ascend spiritually, or maybe at all, right? To improve upon anything when you're just like running around like, a chicken with their head cut off you've got way too much on your plate and you're just trying to attend to way too much. And sometimes you just need to take some time to laugh and smile, as the song says. Sit back and relax a while, as the song says. And maybe that's why we got this card from this deck, where these people look a lot more relaxed and less stressed than in the typical Five of Wands. Um, but yeah, you're being guided to take some sort of break and to allow yourself to just be, or maybe to just be with another party, maybe to spend time with your mate or your love interest, or putting some, energy or attention into that, even if it's, again, you're at a distance, Three of Wands, and it's just a phone call or a text or whatever. Something else that doesn't involve words, right? More than words. I do want to take a couple of advice cards or clarification cards on these fives, though. So for work and finance, we had the Five of Swords. We got mature woman. So where I said there could be a conflict, maybe somebody can be treating you unfairly, or you could be needing to be careful how you speak to a particular person. Could be an older woman that is there at your place of employment, or maybe she's a customer or something. I feel like she could be a water sign, maybe because of all this blue. I don't know. Of course, she doesn't have to be. And then it looks like she has a C and an M, like engraved in her skirt here at the bottom. You see that? C and M. The M is pretty clear. I don't know if you can see the C. In any case, I think it's a C. So it's possible that her name begins with a C or an M, first or last. Also, to give us more information. Oh, now lovers at the bottom of the deck here. So another message about soulmates, maybe. And we have privileged lady in reverse. I feel like she's the Queen of Wands that's out. Behind her is now this. Oh, maybe I'm right. Okay, is the masculine who's sitting here concerned? So he looks sort of stressed. And behind that is adjudication. So maybe like divorce or some other sort of separation or something. Mm-hmm. Despair, imprisonment, bad health. Yep, yep, yep. Um, which one did I want to look at also? The Four of Cups and the placement of oh, okay. So the Four of Cups in reverse and the placement of love and relationship. I said somebody getting off their butt and finally making a move. Wow. Okay, the bottom of the deck, we ended up with thoughts. And you see there's a masculine figure there, a male figure there, thinking about a woman. He's just painted her and he's thinking about her. Oh, there's another M. So again, the letter M could be significant. You see there's an M there. Letter M is, and this might be also a C or a G next to the M. Oh, no, they're not going to let me show you. There's another letter there, it looks like. In any case, behind that is journey and house, wealthy man, mature man, expectation, main female, occupation. So like they're working on occupation means work for me, effort. Um, official person, so like making you the official person, sudden wealth, like this new relationship or relationship with the divine feminine really leads to abundance. The next card is poverty and it's in reverse. Like that's an end to that when you hook up with this divine feminine. But wait till I show you the two cards that flew out to clarify love and relationship. Main male and marriage. You see that? Like I said, somebody's getting married, somebody's getting engaged this week, or somebody's, hooking up, joining, maybe coming closer into union, uh, deepening into union, meeting the person that they're going to marry. That's happening this week. Now they want to give me all the light that I need. Isn't this crazy? Um, I also wanted to look at Oh, is it the physical health one, the Five of Pentacles? Or the physical health. And we got privileged lady in reverse, but there's a lady in a white dress in reverse. Something just happened, sorry, and the camera shut off. I probably touched something. But I was trying to show you, privileged lady is in reverse. She's card number 1 = 3. So maybe something involving a party of 3. Like I said, I felt like she was um the Queen of Wands in reverse that I said is out. And then this is the Five of Pentacles. But look, there's 3 together. So I'm getting more 3 of Pentacles energy. And these on both of these cards from 2 separate decks is a woman in a white dress in reverse. So I think somebody's leaving their wife or they have left their wife. Somebody's getting divorced or ending like a long-term relationship. Um, and that's what's making you feel better health wise. Like being in this bad relationship, and maybe it's abusive. Maybe it's abusive. I don't know. But being in this bad relationship has made you sick, basically. So getting rid of this person is in itself going to have you feeling better. And then the last one I wanted to clarify is um oh, the spirituality one. Oh, and we got great fortune. And here we do have one person by themselves, maybe going through some sort of transition or transformation. There's a bunch of butterflies all over the place. And I do feel that, yeah, you need to take some time for yourself. And that's going to bring you great, again, abundance. At the bottom of the deck, we have occupation, which again for me is work. But I'm going to take it as a need to take a break from work wherever you're able to do that. And now we'll just do a couple of cards from all of the oracle decks for just some advice to close the reading. From this deck, we got main female now at the bottom of the deck. Behind her is the Great Fortune card that we just saw. Like I said, with her, with the abundance is coming with the main female, with who I am identifying as the divine feminine. So we got gift. Maybe that's a engagement ring. Maybe there's some other sort of gift exchange. Could be a birthday gift. Happy birthday to the Aries out there. Could be an anniversary gift or something. For somebody, the flame has out. I told you somebody's out, and I am no longer moved by us. And we also got for someone else, completely different message. Trust me, I will reach out to you soon. With at the bottom of the deck, whatever this is, wherever this is leading, whatever this is, and wherever this is leading, I want it. You are on my path for a reason, and I'm so grateful for our friendship. And the twin flame oracle. Yeah, that was quick. We got the divine masculine popping out. The bottom of the deck, we have split energy. So yeah, he's all over the place, maybe. And he needs to settle down, take some time for himself and or his connection or connections. We got options, unfocused, multitasking, decide what you really want. And there's pause. Pause is behind that. So this is him needing to take a break, take some time to himself to make that decision that occurs this week towards some sort of concrete course of action. Pause, inaction, calmness, take a step back, wait for a sign. Split energy, options, unfocused, multitasking, decide what you really want. And masculine, your divine masculine or your twin flame or soulmate is seeking you. So the masculine coming out of hermit mode, maybe coming out of that period of being a runner, and now he is seeking you. And hopefully, it looks like, um, but hopefully that's correct, in a much more healthy way. He's seeking you toward union. All right. And that's what I have for you this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate it. Namaste.